Hey guys, my name is Andre, and this video is going to be divided into a few different parts, and it's all about using the library at HAW. Now, there are different libraries and different buildings within the HAW. The one that you're going to use the most is on the second floor of Berliner Tor 7. That's the library that has especially the English language books for the subjects that we study. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is you have to set up your online library account. And if you go to the library site, on the website, just search for HIBS, H-I-B-S. You're going to see that there is a tab called Using the Libraries. And if you click on there and you click on Logging into your account, it actually gives you instructions on how you can initially log into your library account. And it's all going to be on your student ID. So the information you need is all on there with a default password initially that you can change afterwards. So you're going to want to do that because you really want to have your online library account set up. Now, once your library account is set up, then here at catalog with a k.haw.hamburg.de, this is where you'll find the catalog. So the catalog is where you're going to both log in so that you can keep track of your account. It's also how you're going to search for different things within the library. So, for example, if I wanted to search for a book that was recommended by one of the professors, digital design, I go ahead and search for that. And let's say that I want this 4th edition one right here. Now, there's a lot of numbers and a lot of information here. The main thing that you're going to look for are these numbers right here. The ECC 4416. That's what you're actually going to see on the different bookcases when you go into the library. So these are the numbers that are going to help you locate the book. And then it's pretty easy to locate it from there. Now, we'll go ahead and show you how it is that you check out a book now. So checking out the book is very, very easy. You're just going to take your books over to these little kiosks. It's all automatic. You put your student ID on the ID reader, take all the books, you stick them underneath the screen. And then at the bottom, you just click for your receipt, click yes, and you will get a receipt that tells you what books you have checked out and when the books are due.
To return a book, you simply place it in the bookcase here.
Now, after you have checked out a book, you really want to log into your library account, which is going to be a different account number than your regular username. You use your regular username for everything. Your account number is actually going to be on your student ID. So that's where you're going to find out the account number, and you'll get it all set up when you're setting up your library account. So after you've logged in, if you click here on your account, this is where you can see what items you have checked out. It'll show you the due dates. And to renew, all you do is you'll either click Renew All or you click Renew. You can renew a title up to 3 times. And if you don't renew in time, there are fees. The fees have been waived during COVID, but it's very easy for you to renew it. So just come and renew your books on time and you'll be fine. You can also check on what fines you owe, update your profile, things like that. And this can all be done from anywhere. You don't have to be logged into the VPN. You're able to just log in and do this. There are some PDF files that we have access to on the library too, basically some ebooks. They're mostly written in German though, so if you're looking for English language books, you're not going to find them for the most part in our library. And finally, I'm going to be covering how you can do a search of scholarly articles or scholarly journals using the library. This is something you might do later on. You're really not going to be expected to do it your first year unless you're working in research or something like that. But it's good to know how to do it. So you'll notice the first thing is that I have my VPN window up because this really should be done. It really only works when you have your VPN connected. Many of the resources can only be accessed either from school or from a VPN so that you're on the local network. On the library catalog, you're just going to switch Books and More to articles so that you're searching for articles. Now, I'm going to search for a very particular one because I already looked for this before to see that it would give the example that I'm trying to show you. So you do your search for the catalog, generally of a topic, and you look at all the titles, and you'll notice that I did find one title that came up. So when I click on it, it says that we do have access to it. There's different ways to access a publication. It gives us the DOI. We can follow that. It gets very confusing. There's a much easier way for you to be able to access what we are able to access from having our library. And that is when you make sure that you have your VPN connected, just go to Google Scholar, scholar.google.com, and you could do the same search here. Now, you'll find articles here that we do not have access to, but we do have access to more than you would imagine, especially in the topics that we study. For example, we do have access to all of IEEE. And then just follow the link from Google Scholar, and you'll notice that on this page, if you look at the top right, it says brought to you by HIBS, and it has HAW. So being on the HAW network is what gets you access to these scholarly journals and all of these different databases. So that's why you have to be on the VPN for it. So this is the easiest way to do it. Just use Google Scholar, making sure your VPN is connected. But if you want to get to it from the catalog, you can also do those searches as well. And I put in a very specific title. So that's why only one thing came up. But if we do a much more general search, you'll see that we do have access to a pretty large database. So if you're searching scholarly articles, that's how you do it. So that pretty much sums up what there is about the library. If there's any questions, obviously reach out to us the way that you usually do, or go see the librarians. Just be forewarned that the librarians do not speak English, and some of them do expect you to speak German, so just be prepared for that before you go.